Hey, Coach Candace here, and I want to talk with you about a mistake I feel like many people make, or a belief that they hold that is holding them back from being able to lift more or progress themselves better. And that is the belief or the habit of believing that the first time you touch the dumbbell or the barbell has to be your first set, and that is not the case. It's okay to do a few warm-up reps at a lighter weight or build up to your working weights and whatever the movement is before you say, okay, now I'm officially doing my working sets in that superset. So the example I'm going to use here is, let's say, a superset where we have dumbbell bench press partnered with back squats. So for example, let's say if my goal working weight for dumbbell bench press will be 30 pounds. But let's say, I'm 44 years old. Yes, I can dumbbell bench press 30 pounds. However, I don't believe my shoulders appreciate just picking up that weight and getting started. So I might actually do a few at 15 or 20, maybe even a few reps at 25 just to get my arms ready. But I'm not using set 1 to do a few at those 20s, and I'm not using set 2 to do a few at 25. I'm doing a few warm-up reps at 20 and 25 before maybe I'm doing 30, maybe even 35, 40. So if I were to just use those warm-up sets at 20 and 25, when really I'm missing out because I was really capable of doing 30, 35, 40, whatever it might be. So by shortchanging by including those early warm-up reps as part of your working set, you're really missing out on potential progress or strengthening for yourself. Similarly, sometimes for your bigger lifts, so your back squat, let's say my goal working weight was going to be 125 pounds here today. So I have the example of 8 reps for 4 sets. Again, the bar weighing 33 or 35, if you want to call it that. But again, I'm not going to just slap on 125 pounds and get started. Could I potentially? Yes. Recommend it for my body? Probably not. So I might even do just a few at the bar just to, again, get the legs going. Depending on how I'm feeling, I might even do a few at let's say 65 or 85. Maybe even a few at 105 before I officially get started with my working set. But I'm not using set 1 to do a few at 65 and then a few at 85 and then finishing the rest at 125, because then again, I'm really missing out on potential weight I could have lifted. So usually when I'm warming up, so I'm doing a few of those working weights, so for example, I might do a few bench press and maybe do a few warm-up reps at back squat. I might then go back again and maybe do another set of let's just say, just again, 5 to 6 at 25, whatever you feel like you need to warm up your joints. And then I'll go back and do a few at a slightly heavier weight at back squat. And then I'll say, okay, now the workout begins. And I'm starting to do my 30, 125, 30, 135. I'm just going to make up the numbers there. But ultimately, again, just because it's the first time you touch it doesn't mean it has to be your first set. And I close here. I have some quotes here, as the saying goes, I'm not here for a long time, I'm here for a good time. But likewise, I'm here for a good time longer if we progress right. Because again, especially thinking about myself and being older, I'm not here for a long time, but I want to be here for a good time, and I want my joints to be healthy for the long term. And even if you're someone who might be 20 or 30 years old and much younger and thinking, I don't need to do that, I can just put on 125 and get going. But just think again, you're going to be here for a good time longer if you take care of yourself now. Again, I just felt like that was important to share because I just see that as being a common mistake that people make, and you're really missing out on potential gains by including those warm-up reps as your start. So take care of yourself because then again, you live to lift another day. And why not use your session smart so that you can come back stronger. Also, I hope you feel like that helps. By all means, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And I hope you enjoyed that little tidbit today.